Hi, folks. Today I'm out dropping Greta off, and so to help you out, we're going to do the Apollo Stones and the Running Horn Woman um, this way. So, yesterday we talked a little bit about being able to describe what we see. So, if I was there in class, we would take a stab at describing this one. There's not that much to describe here. It is a stone that has been broken. I can tell you that the stone wasn't broken intentionally. That's a result of time, not an artist's decision. So, since it's not an artist's decision, that wouldn't be something that we would talk about if we wrote about a piece like this. It's small, I know that, but you couldn't tell that just from the picture. It's about the size of a person's hand, which means that it would have been easy to carry. That's helpful to know. And it has a depiction of an animal with four legs, kind of a round head, um, and not many other distinguishing features. There do appear to be kind of little horns on the top and a sexual organ out of the belly of the animal depicted itself. So, what do we know about it beyond just what it looks like? We know where it was found, and where things are found is referred to as the find spot. So, this was found, its find spot is in a cave called the Wonderwork Cave in Namibia. Um, at the time of its discovery, it was deemed by analysis to be 25,000 years before a common era, so 27,000 years ago old, to 25,300, somewhere in there. Um, this isn't the only thing that they found in this cave. There's a record of activity for 100,000 years, right? And because this cave stored this, just like the caves of Lascaux, we think that this might have been along a trade route or a place that people would travel north and south and seek temporary shelter, just like the caves of Lascaux. So our two important types of trade or find spots right now would be burial sites like Stonehenge, or caves, or trade routes like Lascaux, and here the Wonderwork Cave. So if we go a little deeper into describing it, the legs on the back have been referred to as looking somewhat human-like. They might have been added later because it doesn't look exactly the same on one side as the other. So we speculate that this might have been added onto afterwards. The head might be an animal called an oryx. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a kind of antelope, grazing antelope, with the horns. So you can barely make them out there, but they're there. Um, it represents basically something that people valued at this point in time. They would have carried this to the cave. We didn't find it on the wall, so this must have had some kind of importance enough to bring it along with them and distribute it to this place. And what else it tells us is that art, in and of itself, was sort of born in Africa because the oldest works that we have are coming from the African continent. So we know that people were artistically inclined there as many as 25,000 years ago. So it's a lot of little speculation, not a lot to remember here, but it does set us up for this idea that art is important and has been important to people for a very long time. The name, by the way, is from the year that it was discovered, not anything to do with the imagery on there. The Apollo 11 moon shot, the first time man went to the moon, was 1969, and that means, or that was what they decided to name these stones after. So, kind of an arbitrary name. All right, we'll stop there on this one, and I'll go on to Running Horn Woman.